Okay, moving on. So this is where we are at right now. Let's just move on to the next section, which is we have the main wrapper section, this section, that section, YO section, benefits, which is the last. So in the main wrapper, we are going to, this is what we're trying to build now. This one is like, we'll call this section the product section, all right, or the download section. Pay, invest, save your money with one single app. Let's say product section, because this is the product, all right. You have to download the product. So yeah, product section. All right, let's dive into it. All right, so from the main wrapper, as usual, you already know the drill. You add a div block and you say section products, section products. That's the first thing you want to do. The second thing you want to do, another div block, and you call this padding global. Padding global. That is that. Another section, another div block. Sorry. Why do I keep saying another section? Jesus. Oops. Remember, this section product, you want to come here and change it to section. Also for this one too, change it to section. Very important. All right. So let's continue. Go back here now and say container large, and now we're going to say div block again, and now we're going to use padding section medium. It creates that 5 rem. Let's see the spacing here. Okay, yeah, let's say padding section medium works. Now if you notice, this entire section has this color, like a light blue, a washed blue color, which is this color code here, F8 FCFF. So we're going to copy it now, and we're going to go to the top that has section product, and we're going to give it that color as the background color. Okay, good. Now we have that washed blue color here. So inside the padding section medium, something is not right. Say this entire section is very close to this previous design. That is because I did not use padding section medium on the previous structure, which I did it on purpose. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back there. Immediately after container large, I am going to add a div block. Guys, pay attention. Like I said, you can't have a direct answer to a problem, So this div block, now I am going to take this benefit wrapper inside of it. Boom. Then I'm going to call this div block just to create, the top is fine, the padding at the top here is fine, just to create a reasonable padding so that these two contents won't, because if I preview here, you'll see how this section product is very close to this section here. We need a padding that would push this blue section down a bit. All right, so I will call this div block, I'm going to call it padding bottom. There is a style for it, from the client first style guide. Padding bottom. That means the bottom, want to give it a padding bottom. We're going to add, it comes with a combo class. Padding bottom, padding bottom, medium, padding bottom, let me see, padding medium. Okay, padding bottom, padding medium. Is that it? Padding bottom, padding medium. Okay, yeah, that's it. So it just means padding bottom, which means, oops, this div block, we're going to call it padding bottom. It simply means you're going to give the bottom padding. What do you want to give it? Padding medium. It simply means 2 rems. But let's not give it medium. Let's say padding large. Can we say padding large? Yep, there's a padding large, which is 3 rem. So now if you look at, we have a 3 rem spacing here. But that 3 rem, is that enough? 3 rem, I think, should be enough. It's almost the same thing here. Okay, so yeah, we are good to go. Now we are good to go. Okay, moving on. Now padding section medium for our new section we are building. Now we're going to bring in a div block, and we're going to say this div block, we're going to call it product wrapper. Product wrapper is going to wrap all our everything inside. All the entire contents will be wrapped inside the product wrapper. Okay, now we're going to say product image, which is for this image here. Obviously we're going to make product wrapper a grid, a 2x2 grid, a 2-column grid. Then we're going to have the left hand side with the image, the right hand side with this content. Right, let's do that. All right, so product wrapper, we're going to make it a grid or flexbox, whatever works for you, man. Okay, delete this one here, and this is done. Put in a div block now, the right hand side content of the product wrapper. We're going to call this product image. Product image here, bring in the image. I think I have that already downloaded. I hope so. Let's check what kind of image is that. This image with the money inside. Okay, which is this one here. Yep, I already have that downloaded. It's too big. Let's reduce a bit. Okay, so this is how we have here as the image. You know, we have all this, you know, Visa card, you know, so this is position absolute, and we also have this. Let me see if I have that image. Let's do that. Let's implement all of that. So I don't have the card. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and download the Visa card. Download the Visa card as a PNG. I'll also download this icon here. Sorry, this frame here also. Okay. All right, so let's implement that. So we have the image here, this image here, and what we're going to do now is to bring in other images as well. We have this one, that's the MasterCard image. We have the MasterCard image. Oops, it's very big, very big. Okay, good. Now the simple hack is this. Now we're just going to call this image Visa card, Visa IMG, and we're going to call this phone. We're going to call this phone IMG. That's phone image. All right, now the thing we have to do now is we're going to make the parent, which is this product image, we're going to make it position relative. All right, so that we can make this Visa card position absolute. That means it's going to respect the order of how our product image div block is. Now we're going to tell this Visa image we now have control. If we say go to the bottom right, it's there. If you say go to the top left, it's there, you know, in the confine of this product image. All right, so where do we want to fix it? We want to fix it like, you know, like this. So it's that simple to do. I think it's like this. Then you can just bring it down maybe 30 degrees, 30%, I mean to say. Then here maybe 20%, and boom, we got that right. Yep, we got that right. All right, so let's also bring in the third image. We're also gonna bring in the third image. Oops, sorry about that. Bring in the third image, which is this floating image here that we have here. Just gonna call it what do we call that image? We're just gonna call it floating image, or whatever, just whatever name you want to use. All right, just call it whatever you want to call it. We're also gonna make it absolute. All right, so here it is. Make it a little bit small, maybe it's too big. Now you're gonna position it to the top, maybe to the left, and you can just take it down. Where is it? Okay, it's around here, and maybe something like this. Maybe take it up. No, take it up a bit, something like this. So when you preview, this is what you have. So this is how positioning works. Maybe some other time I'll do a video on it. Okay, let's assume we are done with that. Now let's move on to the right hand side. Okay, now we have the right hand side. That's for the content. Inside your product wrapper, you're going to bring in a div block inside of here, and we're going to call it product text. Yeah, that's the text part, product text, and we're going to bring in a heading as a h2. All right, that's a h2. So we're going to copy this one here, we're going to paste it here. All right, we're going to copy this paragraph also, paragraph text. We're going to bring in a paragraph, we're going to paste it here. Then we have these two download buttons. Mind you already have it here, so you can just come here and copy it from here, copy it and come in here and paste it instead of creating from scratch. Now we're going to go to the product text wrapper. Yeah, that's what we can call it, product text wrapper. And we're going to say flexbox, and we're going to say vertical, and we're going to say give it a gap of 2 rem, so it's spacious, and boom, we have this beautifully stuff. But mind you, it is like at the center, not at the top, so you can just use this alignment here to align the whole thing at the center. And I guess we're done. So this text is at 18. Okay, it's correct. So save has a different color, so let's go and do that. Remember, I have a class for that. This, I think we call it colored, I've forgotten what name we use. Color text. Yep, boom, color text. And that's all. We're done. As simple as ABC, no stress. But then if you notice here from the design, we have because I did not download this exact image, I was using this image, so we have this problem. You see this this blue background is a little bit cutting off the image, half of it. All right, so but I think I prefer it like this. This works. All right, this works. But then let me see, the height of this is like 580. What if I say here, let me just test out something. 580. All right, this should also work. 580 and overflow cutoff. All right, overflow cutoff, and let me see what we have here. All right, I think this should work. It should work perfectly. All right, yeah, we have that cut out stuff here, but I still don't know if I like it. Let me see. Let me just see something. Yeah, maybe it works. Okay. All right, cool. So what I did now is I made the height 580, which is in rem. 580 divided by 16 rem. Let's just call it 35. Let's just give it a whole number of 35 rem. Okay, so we now have that cut out thing, which we have here on the design. For this, I'll just have to, I need to end the video now, it's getting too long, but I would work on this 3 stars. It's just still position absolutes here and there. You can do that yourself. So in the next video, we're going to go work on the testimonial section, then the footer section. See you guys.